I'm going to show you how to sew on a button using the Brother JX2517 machine, and it should work for most regular machines. To start with, I have my upper spool and my bobbin threaded as usual. There's no fancy threading. I have my bobbin thread through the slot inside and coming through this groove. For safety's sake, whenever we mess with the foot, we should technically turn off the machine. Now locate your button sewing foot on this machine, the JX2517, it's letter M. And locate your darning plate. Both of these items came with the machine. The darning plate just snaps on. See the little tiny nubs? Those nubs go into the first set of holes here. And the slot that the needle goes back and forth in, that's towards you. So I'm going to go ahead and pop off my regular foot. And now I'm going to slide my darning plate on right there. And if your bobbin thread's all the way up already, you could just thread the thread through the slot when you pop it down. And now, with the foot mechanism still raised up, do you see the sewing foot, how it has a little L? That little L goes toward the back. So I'm just going to slide it in there, pop it onto that little metal bar, that little groove that holds the metal bar. Put it down, turn the machine back on. Very important, we have to practice. I have a standard shirt button. It has 4 holes, so I'm going to do the back 2, then push it in a little bit and do the front 2. But first, we have to slide it in there, clamp it down, and you try to put the 2 holes lining up in the middle, approximately. You have to set your stitch selector to a zigzag. If I put it on wide zigzag, number 4 on this machine, yeah, it's hitting a little bit on that side, so let me try number 3. I want to get the best fit. Okay, that looks good. So now that I've tested my stitch selector, and you want to double check going each way to make sure it doesn't hit the plastic. Now let's pop out my button. We're going to pretend this is a shirt. Put that on there. Put our button back in there. See if I can zoom in a little. So I'm going to lift the foot up, push this in again, and again, before you actually sew, double check the spacing. It goes in there without any grief, goes into the next hole without any grief. So we're fine. So now I'm going to sew very slowly, just several stitches. I'm done. Lift this up. Now I'm going to just gently push this back a little bit, and it seems like this thread here has gotten caught there. I've untangled it. Now I've pushed it in. I think that's why my button jumped a little bit earlier. So now I need to push it in a little further because I need the needle to fall into the second set of holes. A little farther. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so. Alright, so now I'm pretty much done. I'm going to lift the foot. Now take a look at this. That thread over to the right, that's my starter thread. I can cut that off. So pinch the whole thing, pull it out several inches. And now these 2 that are not attached to anything, this thread here is not attached to the machine. It's not the top thread, it's my initial starter thread. So I'm just going to trim that. And now there's one on the bottom too. Find the one that's not attached to the machine. It's not the bobbin. It's not the present bobbin or top thread. Great. Now the two that are attached to the machine, leave about 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches. I'm going to take my top thread and put it through an eye of a needle. Just the top one. I'm basically just using a needle threader to help out here. There you go. Pull it through the needle. And now I have my top thread through my needle. I'm just going to put it down. I'm just going to have it go to the back. And now I have both my top thread, my ending top thread, and my ending bobbin thread on the bottom. I've cut off the ones, before I even did this, I cut off the ones that weren't attached, the initial starter threads. And now I'm just basically going to tie 3 knots. 1, 2, and 3. And then, of course, trim these. So it's very helpful, I think. So I hope this helped you. Thank you.